Hey there, in my last video I talked about how much a deckhand commercial fishing in Bristol Bay can expect to earn. In that video I used average numbers compiled by the state. Today I'm going to share my personal records from the same year in order to complete the picture of what you can expect to earn while you're fishing on a salmon gillnetter in Bristol Bay, Alaska. Your pay rate, total pounds of salmon caught, and how many permits are on the vessel will all affect how much you earn. According to the state, a boat who owns or stacks a second permit onto one vessel will have higher overall earnings. We call those D boats, D for dual permits. I carry only one permit on my boat, and as you'll see, I do well above average. First year hands or greenhorns often get 5 to 6%, while well-seasoned crew command a higher rate, say 10 to 12%, sometimes a little bit higher. Here's the settlement sheet from my processor. Remember now, this is not a competition. I know that plenty of you caught more fish than I did. This is really for newcomers to the industry that want to get an insider glimpse at what the money is like commercial fishing in Bristol Bay. Getting to the numbers, you can see this settlement sheet is for the year 2021, and we fished from June 21st through July 23rd. Cut 217,000 pounds of salmon, and we grossed about $415,000 after factoring in base price, quality incentives, profit sharing, or production bonuses. But it's also important to note that expenses like fuel, sales tax, and food also factor into the equation. And as a crewman, you should be seeing a settlement sheet very similar to this as part of your final paperwork, not just a check. Otherwise, how do you know you're getting the correct pay? All right, I'm going to calculate your crew share now, but before I do, if this information is helpful to you in making your decision to come test your mettle on a Bristol Bay gillnetter, or to jump onto a boat with 2 permits, a D boat, or just quit altogether, please consider subscribing. Remember, we had a $415,000 boat gross, so typical share for a 10%er would be 40 grand, and a greenhorn would get about half of that. Now we'll start deducting expenses. Sales tax is a big one. Depending on where your skipper decides to fish, will determine your rate there, but it could be as high as 6%. Fuel, that's a big one for the Smoky Point. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's a little bit painful, but she's a big girl. She's got to get kicked in the butt sometimes, and she'll go through a lot of fuel in order to get on plane. Food, this is a little higher than probably most folks in the Bay, although with the inflation rate the way it is, maybe that's pretty normal. We had some folks hang some gear for us out in Naknek, so the crew pays their share of that, and I charge my guys to put the boat in and out of the water. So total expenses that my crew paid their share of is $29,000. So a full share guy at 10% on my boat would have made 38 grand, and if it was getting 12%, would have made 46, and a greenhorn would make half of that. So of course what a crew gets paid and what they get charged as an expense will vary from boat to boat. But now you know what you can earn commercial fishing in Bristol Bay, and if you'd like to ensure you get paid, watch this video right here. I'll see you folks on the water.